This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. Drug trafficking has become a common problem in modern societies due to the high number of its effects. People have intentionally abused drugs for purposes other than the prescribed ones. This has led to the formation of laws to govern drug trafficking and drug use in most countries that are determined to eradicate this problem. Drugs are not a problem to society, however, drug abuse causes complications that make them harmful to users and other people. Body. A drug is a substance taken to give the user pleasure and satisfaction. People take drugs due to various reasons, including treatment of diseases, pain relief, and disease prevention. However, some drugs are used for refreshment and entertainment, like alcohol, cigarettes, cocaine, bang, and heroin. Even though some drugs are used for curative or pain-relieving purposes, some people misuse them, hence causing unintended effects in their bodies. Even though there are no exact figures to represent the problem of drug abuse in modern society, there are credible statistics that offer information about drug dealing and abuse. The results show that Afghanistan, Russia, the United States, Mexico, Colombia, Iran, and Australia record high numbers of drug trafficking, use, and abuse. Most drug abusers are youths and adults experiencing stress and depression. Most people abuse drugs due to a lack of jobs, which makes them desperate and idle. As a result, they resort to abuse drugs to escape from world realities. Moreover, constant family conflicts between couples make them start using drugs, and without knowing, they end up abusing them. In addition, the loss of jobs due to retrenchment or recession makes people abuse drugs as they seek ways of forgetting their predicaments. However, most youths abuse drugs after failing to meet their academic expectations. Some also abuse drugs due to pressure from their peers and curiosity to experiment with the effects of these drugs. The war on drugs refers to military steps to curb drug abuse, production, and trade. These steps include fighting the production of prohibited drugs, educating the public on the dangers of drug abuse, and creating rehabilitation centers for drug addicts. The United States formulated this policy to control the production of prohibited drugs through the provision of monetary support to finance projects aimed at curbing this problem. This fight was started in 1914 after various drug abuse cases were reported. Even though this policy took various phases, it has since been adopted by many nations as a way of fighting the effects and prevalence of drug abuse. It is necessary to note that the legalization of prohibited drugs will have various effects on society. Even though this will offer room for employment opportunities and the development of more houses to act as stores dealing with drugs, the side effects will be more than the benefits accrued. It is true that legalizing these drugs will reduce the number of unemployed youths and offer sources of income to many families. However, the adverse effects of legalizing prohibited drugs will be beyond society's imagination. Families will break up as a result of abusing drugs at the expense of family responsibilities. Therefore, there will be separation and divorce cases. Children will suffer the consequences of being raised by single parents. Additionally, family conflicts will result in violence, injuries, death, and destruction of family property like furniture and electronics. There will be a high number of unemployed people in society because most of them will be sacked due to engaging in drug abuse at the expense of work. This will contribute to many social evils like prostitution and robbery because people will be idle and unable to raise money through legal means. Most countries' economies will drop due to the reduced manpower required to participate in productive activities. There will be fewer productive people as many will be spending their time in drug dens. There will be an increase in the rate of sexually transmitted infections since people will engage in careless sexual activities. The effects of drug abuse include irrational thinking that will result in unprotected sexual activities among drug addicts. Sometimes this behavior may extend to their families, friends, and relatives, leading to incest, defilement, and rape. Although alcohol affects people's health, it is not prohibited since there are guidelines that regulate its production. This involves labeling alcohol bottles and tins to show their alcohol concentration. Additionally, alcoholic products are brewed or distilled in a clean environment, guaranteeing their users healthy products. The United Nations is against any attempts to legalize prohibited drugs. Various seminars continue to highlight drug users' plight as attempts are being made to fight drug peddling. Conclusion: the fight against prohibited drugs is not a complete failure since various nations and institutions are making significant steps that will eradicate this menace. Various rehabilitation centers have been established and thus rehabilitated many drug addicts. However, people must volunteer and offer essential information to law enforcement agencies to help fight this problem. Did you like this War on Drugs and Its Effects sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the database of academic paper examples at ivpanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs.